It's Friday, May 12th, 2023. Let's talk about the news. From Al Jazeera, Arab League brings Syria back into its fold after 12 years. More than a decade after being suspended for violently cracking down on protesters, the Syrian government, led by Bashar al-Assad, has been welcomed back into the Arab League by the group's other member states. Those protester crackdowns sparked the ongoing Syrian civil war that has led to the deaths of about 500,000 people and displaced more than 23 million. Other Arab League members, including diplomats from Egypt, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, have been meeting with Syrian officials in an attempt to figure out what's being called, quote, an Arab-led political path, end quote, out of the civil war. From the New York Times, Alberta wildfires force tens of thousands to evacuate. A state of emergency has been called in the province of Alberta, Canada, as wildfires have forced tens of thousands of people to leave their homes behind and stoked fear that a vital source of oil for North America will be disrupted or slowed. This has been an especially fiery year in Alberta, with more than 412 wildfires rolling through since March 1st, a high number. And as of Tuesday, 88 fires were still active and burning through around 1 million acres of land. About 24,000 people were still away from their homes as of that same day, which was a bit better than Monday, as rain at the beginning of the week allowed about 5,000 people to return home to assess property damage. Regional oil producers have reported brief stops and slowdowns, but no significant hindrances to their activity yet. And from BBC News, far-right party biggest in new Chilean assembly. Chile's far-right Republican Party has won 22 out of a total of 51 seats in the country's constitutional assembly, giving them control of the assembly and the task of drafting a new constitution. The previous assembly, which was also the first, was controlled by progressive groups that presented proposals that were considered radical by many Chileans, hence this hard swing to the right after the constitution they came up with was rejected by 62% of Chilean voters, which is what triggered this new election. The new assembly will have 5 months to come up with a new constitution, which will then be voted upon in December. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com. And you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.